Ani, hello everyone. I'm Gimaa Nootchtai, and I'm here to provide you an update as of Wednesday, July 22nd. So on Monday, July 20th, we held our first band meeting, and at that band meeting, Council has decided to extend the declaration of the state of emergency to August 29th, 2020. We have received some questions about why we have extended the state of emergency, and in response to these inquiries, what we wanted to provide is an opportunity to not only convey the significance and reality of the ongoing pandemic, but allow for Council to pass emergency measures to either close or open the community through a phased-in approach, similar to what the province is doing. This also allows us to properly monitor the impacts that these measures have on the COVID-19 risk level. It's important to recognize that it's not a simple on or off switch in terms of the state of emergency and our pandemic response efforts. So it's, if we stop the declaration, there's a lengthy process that we have to follow, and it doesn't make sense to stop the declaration at this time. So these measures also play an important role in providing clear guidance to our membership, community members, and visitors on what restrictions are in place to keep everyone safe. Gimaa Council and the administration will continue to address your concerns, including the need to abide by restrictions through the laws and orders that we pass to protect the health and safety of our membership while supporting our local businesses. I would also like to add that our COVID-19 response team continues to meet twice a week to provide direct oversight over these response efforts and to provide recommendations to Council. I encourage all of us to think about how we can play a role in keeping our community and families safe throughout this pandemic. Gimaa Council thanks you for your continued efforts in keeping Atikamekw safe. Also, at the July 20th Band Council meeting, there were updated orders regarding the easing of restrictions during the COVID-19 pandemic, but still all non-essential travel is discouraged. Members still use PPE for essential travel, going to medical appointments or such. And there is easing of travel restrictions to areas where there are higher COVID-19 cases. But individuals returning from the Greater Toronto Area or other regions outside of the province with higher incidence of COVID-19, we are requiring them to arrange for testing and to self-isolate while waiting for results of these tests. Other amendments are regarding the reopenings of our gathering areas. So outdoor gatherings of 100 or less while maintaining 6 feet of physical distancing. And if that is a challenge, masks must be worn. Playgrounds and parks are permitted to reopen while maintaining that 6-foot physical distance. The basketball court and tennis court are reopened as well. And all of these changes are in effect Monday, July 20th, 2020. So those are some of the adjustments we've made to ease the restrictions during the COVID-19 pandemic. And these are based on recommendations from our COVID-19 response team, who meet twice a week to monitor and assess the regional situation and provide those recommendations to Gimaa Council for approval. Now I'll be talking about some of the other updates. For your information now, you can make payments on our website. You can pay for any rent payments, make any lease payments, donations, and also community and bookings can be done online as well. It will accept your debit and credit cards as well. Some other information too from the band meeting regarding our planning and infrastructure department. Gimaa and Council passed the mineral and aggregate development policy. So this policy is going to help Atikamekw advance their interests, and it basically helps the process of engaging mineral and aggregate proponents, makes it more transparent and consistent to our band members. Basically, it helps us determine how we engage proponents and develop those relationships, and also it's in line with our wnootchtai and our consultation and accommodation protocol. Some positive news, our daycare site, Council has approved and awarded the contract So you can look for this new building to be at the existing site. We're hoping it'll be commissioned in early December of 2020. The building itself is approximately 4,500 square feet, and it'll house a number of programs, including our language immersion daycare, NOG family programming, early years programming, healthy babies, healthy children programming, and neonatal services. So big news there. Another positive for our community is the rink upgrade. So council approved the upgrades. So the new upgrades will include a new granular base for the asphalt topping, a new asphalt topping, which will be put on, and new rink boards. So look for that this winter as well. Now, some other news in terms of our agreements with some of the mining proponents. We recently met with Valet at a relationship table meeting to discuss employment opportunities for our band members, and also business opportunities as well. So we're actively working with Valet to maximize the benefits to our band members. And also next month, I will be meeting with the CEO for Valet, and we'll be talking at a higher level on how the Valet and Teaching relationship agreement is working. Also to note, Valet scholarships, the applications, we are now accepting applications. There's 5 $2,000 scholarships that are available for returning students. So I encourage all you students to apply, and note that applications are due August 14th. Please check the website for more details. Also, from the business side of the administration and council, we do have some business ventures that we have to address. So there's, with the newly elected Gimaa council, there's a change in directors that are required. So council affirmed by motion the appointment of directors to Begonin, which is our joint venture company with JS Drilling, and also with Eshkanibish, which is our joint venture with the Day Group, and also the business park. So for Begonin, the 2 director appointments are Councillor Harvey Patatagus and myself, Gimaa Craig Nootchtai. And for Eshkanibish, we only appointed 1 director at this time. That is Councillor Harvey Patatagus, and another director will be appointed at a later date. For the business park, Councillor Art Patatagus and Gimaa Craig Nootchtai are appointed directors for the business park. So just a little bit more feedback to input on the Begonin JS Drilling joint venture. So our team met with Begonin representative, and so we're basically reviewing the success of last year's activities. And what we're doing now is we're going to work together to create a business plan so we can define what our goals and priorities are right now, and what we're going to do in the future. So I'm hoping we can employ more band members for one thing, and also try to maximize the amount of contracts we're procuring with currently with KGHM, and also Valet, Glencore, all of those mining proponents. Another important item that we're working on right now is the communication strategy. So this video is part of that. But overall, what we're doing right now is we're developing an overall communication strategy, which will provide guidance to each department and the political body on how we can create effective communication strategies for certain projects. So, for instance, if we do some outreach for, let's say, the Chinakagawan, we'll create a specific communications strategy for that project. So we've worked on it. Administration has already worked on it, so there's a good basis already done, and we're working on the draft right now. And really our primary goal is to keep our band members informed. We want to stay transparent and keep our membership updated on what's going on in the community. So we're quite excited about that. Now, updates on the orientation and onboarding for our council. We've attended 5 sessions now. We still have a couple more sessions of onboarding orientation that we have to do, and that'll be happening over the next few weeks. We also are in the midst of finalizing our audit for 2019. So there's a lot of meetings that we're getting caught up on that council needs to attend, and we are. So we're fully aware of what's going on in the community, what are the pressing issues, and what we need to address right away. Following the orientation, we are going to have an official swearing-in ceremony. We're discussing that with council right now, and also we're going to have a strategic planning session. So we'll give you more updates in the near future. In terms of the Chinaknagewin, the constitution work, that's one of council's main priorities. We're hiring a director of governance and special projects. Once we have that individual in place, we're gonna look at what work we'll need to do on the Chinaknagewin in the immediate future, and we'll do some prioritization, and then we'll start working with that director on those projects, those governance projects. In terms of the band meetings, so we did have our first band meeting on Monday. It was streamed through our members portal, and it was open to the community. So our next band meeting is August 17th. We encourage band members to attend if they wish. We will provide face masks. There is still the distancing requirement. We'll make sure that there's enough chairs and they're properly distanced. But we're hoping that our membership will start attending our council meetings, and it will be at the community center. And if you have any questions, you can always come there and ask us. Another big announcement was the bypass road, which was announced just recently. So our administration has secured funding from both the federal and provincial governments. So the total funding was $4.6 million, which is a huge investment in our community. And the bypass road will address a few of our concerns and our goals that are in our comprehensive community plan. Another, like the most important, I think, in my mind, is it'll help alleviate some of the traffic that's going through the communities. We know that it doesn't address all of the traffic issues, but it does help solve some of the traffic issues. So, and not only that, though, the actual construction of the road will provide employment opportunities. And once the road's completed, it'll provide more economic development opportunities for our band members. And also the road itself will actually help reduce costs for phases 1 and 2 of the business park development. So originally those road construction costs were part of the business park plan, but now that we've secured this funding, we don't have to worry about those costs for the business park phase 1 and 2. So it was a very, very big announcement, and it's we're lucky to have received the funding. It also would provide the potential for future residential lots in the community, and also access to other areas of the reserve for residential purposes and for economic development purposes. It also provide a means of access for the heavy traffic during the Long Lake Gold Mine remediation project. So it was a big announcement, and we're looking forward to the construction of it. Now, another item that we're going to be working on and have started already is the relationship building that we want to do with our neighboring First Nations and also the local municipalities. So we want to start the relationships. We want to meet with our chief and council of these Wanapitei and Sagamok notably, and also the mayor, council of Sudbury, to start talking about the impacts of developments in our area, of course, and also how we can foster a good, positive working relationship. And so that's that's really an update of the last few weeks of what's been going on here in the administration and in council level. And I just want to let you know that further videos, updates will be done on a bi-weekly basis and typically after a band meeting, so I can give you an update of items that were passed at a band meeting and any activities that were going on during that period. So I just want to say thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at the contact information that's going to follow. You can always call us if you have any issues or questions, comments, or concerns, and we always look forward to your response. Miigwech, Bamapi.